Welcome to this video, traders. So this is new week, and let us see what the market is about to bless us with. All right. So quickly, I want to try as much as possible to talk more in details. Okay. So I want to assume that you are a beginner. All right. I want to assume that you are a beginner, and what should I say? I think this video that I'm creating is actually what is called forward testing. All right, forward testing. So, but regardless, I believe that if you have been watching my videos, you would have been learning a lot. So right now, if you are confused about all this drawing and all, don't worry, I'm going to explain. So I trade gold, right? I trade gold, and this is one thing that I want you to understand. Before you trade gold, there are 4 criteria that I look out for before I place a trade on gold, and this is my trading journal. Okay, so I simply used Google Doc to save my trading strategy. All right, so you can see that this is gold trading strategy using market mechanics. So right now, this is the first thing that I do when I open the chart. So you can see that we have look up for buyers, buy or sell, which means begin from higher time frame, that is 4 hour and 1 hour, while we spot our demand and supply zone. So let us go right into the chart and do what we just read. All right, so and I think that I should just remove all this drawing. All right, I've removed all this drawing. So now we can see that price is actually has started moving upward. Okay, all right, so let us get back into our charts. So right now, okay, I just have to, so right now I actually returned the markups back. So what I was saying is that this is I'm going to try as much as possible to analyze this market, so that at least for a beginner you are going to understand how to analyze the forex market. So, and basically this is gold market, right? So now I said earlier that I have a trading journal. So right there I have the gold trading strategy using market mechanics. So we look out for our buyers, okay, either to buy or sell. Then we are going to begin from higher time frame, which is 4 hour and 1 hour, and we are going to spot our demand and supply there. So let us go right into the chart and go to our 4 hour. Let us see the trend of 4 hour. So let me just simply let me simply remove all these markups. Let me simply remove that. So we can see now that this is 4 hour time frame, and what price is doing is that after this massive sell to the upside, to the downside, price has started buying to the upside. Okay, so it means that the buyers of the market is buying at the moment. So let us go to the 1 hour as well. Okay, sorry, we say we are going to mark out our supply and demand. Okay, so this is 4 hour, so we know that this is our I should call it the exterior supply zone, right? Exterior supply zone. Okay, so let me just write there 4 hour supply zone. Okay, so then we also have our demand area. Okay, so this is our demand area here, demand zone. Then after this we are going to go down to our 1 hour. Okay, so this is our 1 hour time frame right there. So what are we looking out to do now is that we want to mark out our supply and demand zone. Okay, so we call, inside this place is internal flow. All right, this is the internal flow of price. So we are going to see that after price goes all the way up here, okay, this is a valid supply zone. Okay, this is another supply zone around here. So let me just extend that to the right side. So this is another supply zone right there. Okay, so this is 1 hour supply zone, right? So right now we can see that what price is actually doing is that price has go beyond this previous 1 hour supply zone. So what are we going to be looking out for right now is that we still need to mark out our internal demand zone as well. So this is a demand zone around here, 1 hour demand zone. So let me just edit this. Okay, demand zone. All right, so these are 1 hour demand zone. So all these low right there, okay, there are still demand zone around there actually. So okay, so this is another demand zone around there. But one thing is that this is not where I want to focus on actually. This is not where I want to focus on. And let me just zoom the screen. So we also have another demand zone. This red candle here, this is another demand zone. Okay, so now, but let us go back to our journal. So we have number 2, spot liquidity zone. Okay, so we ask ourselves question, where is the available liquidity sitting? Mark out internal supply and demand on 15 minutes time frame. All right, so let us go to the 15 minutes now and mark out our we mark out our, so I'm going to delete this. We mark out our demand area. Okay, so where is our previous demand area? So how to know our previous demand area is where price started to move upward. Okay, so and from experience I can tell you that this is a previous demand area. Okay, this is a previous demand area. So let me just delete this, okay, because price has gone above that level already. So this is a demand, sorry, this is a demand area. So 15 minutes demand area. Then after that we also have okay, after this we also have a demand area around here. Yeah, so we also have another demand area around here. Okay, so this is another demand area. So right now let us go back to our trading journal. So now we are going to wait well for liquidity sweep plus structure shift. Okay, so it means that I will look for a liquidity sweep at a demand or supply area at 5 minutes, a change in structure at 5 minutes to confirm the market is changing trend. So what this simply means is that as price is moving upward, it can also retrace before it continues the movement. All right, so right now we know that the bias of gold is actually buying, right? So but we don't just enter the trade blindly. Okay, so we want to look out for where price is going to actually respect. Okay, we want to look out for where price is actually going to respect. So we can see that above this zone, okay, we can see that above this zone price actually creates a break of structure. All right, price creates a break of structure to the upside. All right, so this is the break of structure to the upside. So after price creates this, we can see that price actually eventually goes down. So if I go down to the 5 minutes now, let us go and see more structure around that area. So it means that after price got into this level here, price actually creates an higher low. Okay, so after price creates an higher low, we can see price goes up, okay, and creates a new higher high. Now the moment, how do I say it? The moment, so this is the last higher low. Okay, this is the last higher low. So it means that if price is going to shift bearish, if price is going to sell downward, okay, so we know that price has actually gone all the way below previous low. It means that price is going to sell anytime soon. Okay, price is going to sell downward anytime soon before it continue the upward movement. So right now, since we see that price has, price has actually, so it means that this level here is our market shift, because price has actually gone below the previous higher low. So right now, where do we look out for our entry? So we know that this is a supply zone. Okay, this is our supply zone. So it means these are 5 minute supply zone. All right, these are 5 minute supply zone, and in fact this zone has actually been respected already. So because you can see that after price got to this stage, it comes down and tap into this previous supply zone. It means that this zone is not really so much valid like that, so we can shift our supply zone to this level right here. Okay, so this is the level at which we are looking out to target. So this is 5 minutes, and this is where we are going to look out for our sell opportunity. All right, so what I'm going to be expecting right now is, okay, let me go down to, you can see this is, we know that we say we want to wait for liquidity sweep. So, and you can see that price actually creates a double top around here. Okay, this is a top, okay, and this is another top around here. So we are going to expect price to come and, price to come and sweep the liquidity above this zone. Okay, so if price break through this zone, then we are going to expect a retest above here. Then we are going to take a sell trade to the downside. Yeah, that is just how simplicity I can explain this market mechanics for you. All right, so and we can simply target, we are going to target this low right here. Okay, so our stop loss can be around here, and we set our take profit below, at the next demand area. Exactly. So let us see what price is going to do, because at this point right there we can't enter the trade. All right, we can't enter the trade right here. We can't enter the trade. So let us see what price is going to do. Okay, so number 4. Okay, number 4, we look for confirmation candle entry. Okay, so confirmation could be bullish or bearish, or pin engulfing candlestick. So it depends. So the candlestick that, the candlestick that we are going to be expecting will be more like this this type of red candle. Okay, I think that is the inverse pin bar, kind of, or that's the pin bar. I don't know. The name doesn't really matter, because I don't even know all the names in my head. Okay, so let us see what price is going to do. Okay, because you can see that at this point right there, price is not really moving. Okay, price is not really moving, but let us see what price is going to do. So I'm going to see you in the next video. So traders, we are back right into this setup. So one thing is that price did not eventually come to my TP, but I did not actually place the trade. I did not place the trade. And the reason why I did not place the trade is that I noticed yesterday that price was actually, when price got to this stage, price was not actually giving me a real momentum that price is going to come to the downside. Okay, but one thing that I learned about this setup is that, yesterday being Monday, there is a gap in price. Okay, so that was one thing that I was not so sure yesterday about this gap. Okay, so when I actually drew this 15 minutes demand area, I did not realize that price will actually, respect this gap. So this is something that I believe that I learned yesterday, and also my bias, I was trading against the trend. Okay, so this is one thing that I understand, that okay, this is what price does. Price actually come all the way down to this gap. So when price tap into this gap, so let us look what creates this momentum to the upside. So since this is our 15 minutes time frame, so I'm going to go down to 5 minutes. So on this 5 minutes right now, what did we realize? So what I realized is that after price come all the way up, a price eventually sweep liquidity below this zone. So this is not a market shift. This is liquidity zone. So when price sweep this liquidity, it retraces back a little bit and also sweep liquidity below this zone again. Then, in fact, so this is the this is the confirmation that price is changing uh, to bullish. Okay, so but if you want to narrow it down, if you want to, you know, they call it sniper entry. Okay, they call it sniper entry. So we can potentially actually enter for a buy trade around there, place our TP below here. Okay, and take our profits all the way up here. But if you want to look out for our sniper entry, though I said I don't usually use 1 minute. Okay, so but let us see what price does at 1 minute time frame. Let us see what price does at that demand zone. Okay, so now, so this is the beautiful thing that I enjoy about trading. So whatever happened on the higher time frame would have happened first at the lower time frame. Okay, so this is something that I understood after price swept this liquidity. Okay, price creates a double bottom. This is a double bottom, and after price retraces all the way up here, price eventually broke this liquidity again before the major move started. So this is another liquidity zone. This is another liquidity zone, and this is the time at which we can take our buy trade as well. Okay, so this is more like a sniper entry. Okay, this is a sniper entry to enter this trade. So one thing is that I have I have understand I have understand the trading with the gap. Okay, trading with gap. So, and I believe that next time that I see this kind of setup, next time I see this kind of setup, I'm going to assume and actually monitor my trade when it's retracing down to this gap. So I also want to believe that you also learn. Okay, so let us we keep on keeping on. We keep on keeping on. So one thing that I'm just grateful for is that I did not enter this trade. I didn't place this trade. So price eventually moved to the upside. It didn't actually sell downward. So I believe that we are learning every day, and so let us see what price is going to give us on this day. So I'm going to see you in the next video.